2 shots is the first time we're firing it, so there'll be 50. So you can go ahead and grab your rifle at this time. Still unsafe, make sure it's unsafe. So go ahead and get into a comfortable shooting position, whatever's comfortable for you. Okay. Try to put it on the table, like make sure you have all the points of contact you can get. If you're gonna scoot back, make sure it's like tucked into your shoulder nice and tight, but make sure that rifle's not going anywhere. You're trying to take out all human air. So the rifle will not move. Do you feel like that's comfortable, like your rifle's not gonna move? Okay. So now you have your shooting position, this is comfortable for you. When you go to fire, I want you to use the pad. You can use the pad of your finger, right? We're going to be moving it anyway, so you can stop. Yeah, so you're going to be using your pad of your finger to pull the trigger. And when you do pull the trigger, it's going to be when your breath is completely released. Okay? So these shots should be like 5 seconds apart. You're going to breathe in, breathe out. There's no more air left. Slowly squeeze the trigger and then pull the trigger after the shot breaks, okay? And slowly release the trigger and give it a reset, and then repeat the process again, okay? When you are aiming, you need to cut the little black piece in half. Make sure you have equal light, equal height on your irons, and then cut that little black signature in half with the front sight. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. You got it? You can go ahead and you can load your weapon, so put it on fire, go ahead and rack it. Eyes and ears, make sure you chamber that round. You can do a press check, so pull back on it a little bit. Get that round chambered. Yes, it is. Let that go. Okay. Get into that comfortable shooting position. Make sure you push up against the stock nice and tight. Go ahead and breathe. Use your pad of your finger, Let out all the air, Ready? Make sure you're good to go. Breathe out. No air left, and then just squeeze it. So those shots were really quick after each other. So your first shot might be accurate, but I don't think your second shot's going to be accurate. So we'll go look. So it's one of those things where you need to make sure that every time you shoot, you've got that respiratory pause. So we can go take a look. Alright, so like I said last time, just ensure that every single time you fire, it's a new breath. Make sure that you're aiming the exact same way that you were aiming before. Get that stock nice up there in your shoulder, feeling confident. Good? Mm-hmm. Okay. On you. Each breath is its own round. Each breath is its own round. Okay, cool. Falling. Too fast. Too fast. Too fast. Those shots are not going to be accurate.
For that last one.
Too fast. We'll go check it out. Alright, go ahead, you can rack it. You got it ready? Alright. Remember, each breath is going around. Take this time. Make sure you breathe all the way out. Take your time. Take your time. Keep your finger on the trigger. Don't take your finger off the trigger. Like I was saying, you gotta keep your finger. Remember, you want to keep that finger on the trigger. So if I reset the rifle, so if I'm going to shoot, yeah. So you're gonna fire like this, and you're gonna hold it. And you're not going to let go until that gun cycles. It cycles. You slowly let go, and you keep your finger on the trigger. Because every time you come off, you're putting your finger in a different spot if you're not consistent with it. And so your groupings are not going to be consistent. You're going to start throwing them left or right because you're trigger pulling. And you're up and down as you're breathing. So we'll go take a look, but we'll see if they're targeted. So these two right here were your first, and then you had these 3. And now you have these 2, right? So what's happening is you're not being consistent. So your breathing needs to be all the way on the out, and then you're gonna slowly pull it to the rear. Because right here, that's a trigger slap right there. You just jerk that trigger and threw the round to the left. right here, you're not being consistent with your breathing. So this is where you want it to be on height-wise, but you jerked it and you threw it. So this is probably your first round. This is your second one. You probably didn't breathe correctly here. So you're breathing and you're breathing out, and as you're breathing out, you just pulled it. And so because your breath wasn't all the way out, you threw it low. Okay. There's a lot that goes into actually shooting accurately. So we can do this again. We know where it is, but I won't make us waste too much ammo on it because we know. Okay, cool. So before we start, your weapon is not changing, right? No. Okay, good. All right. So yeah, you have your stance good. Feet, shoulder width apart. Shoulder width apart. Make sure they're pointing the same direction. So that foot back there is angled off. Bring it out. Yep, and then point it forward. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, get a little bend to your knee. We went over this before, like last time. And then you're going to bring your weapon up and you're going to shoulder it. Just like that. You're going to square off to the target best of your ability. And then you're going to go over the same procedures with the trigger pull. Breath here is still important, but it's not as important because we're just trying to get the round on target and you're really close. You're aiming for the heart. So you have an AK, so I'm not going to make you go put it up on save because that save is really finicky. So typically you would do that, but so far your shooting stance is good. You can go ahead and you can go ahead and make your weapon ready. Yep. And this is from the low ready, okay? All right, this coming on the other side.
Swap.
Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. 102. Stand by. You ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Oh, fuck, I didn't even aim that well. Make sure you aim. Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Alright. Last one was a 7-3. That one was a 110. Again, make sure you're aiming. You can't do it as fast as me and Daniel, that's okay. Do it slow, alright?
Yep.
Good. Shooter, are you ready? Stand by. 2-3-5. So what's happening is you're all low, your breathing's fine. Your shots are going left to right, and every single time.
It isn't safe for them.
So what's happening is you pull the trigger, right? You go boom, click, it goes, right? And then what you do is you let go all the way, and then you come back different. Every single time you come back a different way. And so if I pull the gun really hard this way, it's going to go one way or the other. And if I pull it really hard with the tip, it's going to go one way or another. Using the consistent part of your pad, grabbing it, and shooting it that way every single time will allow you to have those consistent shots straight up and down as opposed to left and right. I'd rather take shots that are up and down as opposed to left and right. So when you pull the trigger,
It's not safe, dude.
I know, but it's going to be like this, right? It's going to click, and then you're going to slowly let go, and you're going to keep the finger on the trigger, and you're going to slowly pull it back. That clicks. Slowly let go. See how my finger is not moving the trigger face? Okay, so if I were to put it on fire, and I were to do that, just like that, the gun cycles, and then like that. See how my finger's not moving from the trigger face? That's how you get the straight, accurate shots instead of going left and right. There you go. Perfect, dude. Remember everything I taught you? Those rounds, dude, give it time, right? Like I mean it. Give it nice, give it time. There you go, perfect. All right, brother. That respiratory pause, baby. Remember that respiratory pause. Come on. Out of your finger. How to shoot. Yep, there you go. All right, kneel. Nice. Nice, dude.